she's just exciting like my comics. I'm a Viking, Black Goliath, Bushman.
Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It's my comments busting through your speakers. I am your host, Frankie J. This is the place where we discuss superheroes every day. But before we begin, please hit that subscribe bell and button for those future videos from my comics. Now, let's get into the video. If you have not checked out Umbrella Academy Season 2, too bad. I got these spoilers for sale. So, I just finished watching Umbrella Academy, and I gotta say, it was off the chain. I loved every moment of it. As usual, 5 was crazy as I don't know what. I seen some extra powers in there portrayed by Diego, but your girl Vanya, man, is she like Dr. Manhattan up in that joint? Man, her powers seem to be unlimited, and they're based on sound. So I liked her power so much, what I decided to do was go do some homework and actually create a video all about Vanya's powers, because as the season progressed, it seemed like she became more powerful. So without further ado, L to the P. Give them that knowledge.
First, she possesses power sound absorption. Vanya's abilities are reliant on her being in contact with sound. When absorbing enough sound and harnessing her energy to its fullest, her skin becomes pale and gray and her eyes turn white. Along with sound manipulation, Vanya can manipulate sound to her desire, converting it into energy and physical force that she can utilize in various ways. Her abilities were heavily linked to her emotional state and can often act aggressively in response to Vanya's fear or anger. When her abilities become fully unleashed, Vanya was able to activate them with conscious effort. Second, she possesses telekinesis through manipulating sound waves. Vanya can move and control objects as well as generate force with her mind. As a child, an irritated Vanya would cause several nannies to be sent flying across the room, or at least one occasion out of a window. When confronting Leonard, she projected and manipulated the sound waves around him, levitating him above the ground and proceeding to telekinetically move various objects in the kitchen to impale him. As Pogo confirmed that he knew of her power and allowed her memory of it being erased, she proceeded to raise him in the air and hurl him across the Umbrella Academy living room and into the antlers of a mounted deer head. After her mind wiped due to time traveling back to 1963, she managed to empty an entire pond by causing the water to rise into the air, to the point where she managed to keep it suspended there while not actively focused on it, giving her more than enough time to carry Harlan from the pond and onto dry land before the water fell back down. Third, she has the power of flight. Vanya is able to lift and propel herself through the air using force she creates out of sound. In an alternate 1963, a levitating Vanya stopped a round fired by a Soviet tank by blasting it with her energy. Fourth, she is able to project sound, better known as sound projection. Vanya is able to generate and control sound waves and vibrations to devastating effects, such as knocking people backwards or even destroying buildings. When she first began to experience her power in her adulthood, she would radiate sound waves in the form of transparent ripples of force. When she became upset during a confrontation in a parking lot, she unleashed a multi-directional shockwave that sent 3 fully grown men flying across a parking lot, leaving 2 dead and 1 critically injured. Her sound waves caused the Umbrella Academy mansion to experience a powerful tremor that caused the building to collapse, as well as generate a blast of force that sent a car flying rapidly across several city blocks. Fifth, she has been shown using energy projection. Vanya can convert it into a bright white energy capable of applying destructive amounts of force, with its lowest intensity being enough to cut through flesh. This energy not only can manifest from Vanya's body, but can be channeled through her violin and bow, as well as through gestures and bodily movements. While battling her siblings in the Icarus Theater, she generated multiple tendrils of energy from her chest to levitate and seemingly almost drain the life out of them before her sister Allison fired a gun next to her ear, incapacitating her. With enough absorbed sound, she generated a powerful beam of light and directed it to the sky where it hit the moon, causing pieces of it to break apart, causing the end of the world. Sixth, she possesses force field generation. Vanya's sound-based energy can be shaped into protective barriers capable of absorbing intense amounts of force. During an alternate 1963, Vanya was able to shield herself from a Soviet tank round by projecting a barrier that was strong enough for the round to explode against harmlessly. She was additionally capable of causing a bullet to bounce off her when she instinctively generated her energy due to one of the Swedes shooting at her at point-blank range, which then burst out into a shockwave that repelled the assassin. 7th, she is able to manipulate matter. During her concert and subsequent battle with her siblings, the energy Vanya generated also somehow altered the color of her clothing, turning it completely white. 8th, she has advanced hearing, which was shown when she was training in the forest. Vanya was able to hear things which would usually be impossible for the average human hearing through concentration. For example, she was able to hear the chimes from the cabin. Vanya is also able to focus on a specific sound and block out the others, no matter how loud they are. 9th, she has Atmokinesis. Vanya is able to manipulate the weather to a certain extent and is able to make it rain when she is sad or angry. While leaving the Hargreeves estate after an argument with her family, her anger caused thunder and rainfall that was isolated to the street she was on. She seems to be able to generate wind when radiating her sound-based energy. 10th, she has power distribution and telepathic link. Vanya can share her powers with others, as she did accidentally with her surrogate son, as shown with Harlan Cooper, and Vanya has a mental connection to whoever she shares her powers with.
Yo, thank you, L to the P. This concludes the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yo, Charles Hazleton III, bring that outro!
Now I got the common power of the Panther God's word. What's not quite right is not knowing about Nick Relic, not knowing about Sajihito. He knows how to reach our people. We gon' have to get creative like Jamal or Cartoon Connect. Loving Vixen, Star Sapphires, I'll never regret. Black nerd rap, get it damn sexy. Excuse me, she's just exciting like my comics. I'm a Viking, Black Goliath, Bushman.